Welcome to Lesson 3. Before we begin, a quick note about this course. These lessons are designed to be listened to in the background while you work inside DxO PhotoLab on your own computer. Think of them as guided audio lessons that you can follow along with at your own pace. My hope is that you can have the lesson playing on your phone, tablet, or a second screen while you explore the software yourself. If you prefer more visual screen-recorded tutorials, you'll find plenty of those on my channel as well. Also, DxO PhotoLab is free to use for 30 days, which gives you more than enough time to work through this course and see if it is a good fit for your own workflow. Now, make sure you have DxO PhotoLab open. Feel free to pause, rewind, and revisit any section whenever you need to. In this lesson, we're going to look at rating, sorting, and selecting your best images inside DxO PhotoLab. This is an important step because most photographers do not edit every single photograph from a shoot. A typical shoot may contain duplicate frames, test shots, missed focus, awkward expressions, or images that simply are not worth spending time editing. So before we start editing, it makes sense to narrow things down. Inside DxO PhotoLab, there are three main ways to organize your images: star ratings, pick and reject status, and color labels. Let's start with star ratings. Star ratings allow you to score images from 1 to 5 stars. There is no official system, but a simple approach might be 1 star means the image is worth keeping. 2 stars means it's okay. 3 stars means it's a good image and worth considering. 4 stars means it's a strong image. 5 stars means it's one of the best photographs from the shoot. To apply a rating, select an image and press the number keys 1 through 5 on your keyboard. If you want to remove a rating completely, press 0. You can also click directly on the rating area of a thumbnail if you prefer using the mouse. Once you've started rating your images, the next question is, how do you actually find them again? Just above the film strip, towards the left-hand side of the screen, you'll find the filtering controls. Open the ratings filter and you'll see options to display images based on their star ratings. For example, you might choose to show only 3-star images and above, or perhaps only your 4 and 5-star photographs. As soon as you apply the filter, PhotoLab will hide everything else and show only the images that match your selection. This is incredibly useful when working through a large shoot. You might start with 200 photographs, but end up with only 20 images rated 4 stars or higher. By filtering those images, you can focus only on your strongest work and ignore the rest. This is where ratings become really powerful. You're not just scoring photographs, you're building a shortlist for editing. Next, let's look at pick and reject. Pick and reject is a faster method of making decisions. A pick simply means yes, this image has potential. A reject means no, this image is not worth spending time on. Anything unmarked sits somewhere in the middle until you've made a decision. You can apply these using keyboard shortcuts. Press P to pick an image, X to reject it, and U to remove the pick or reject status and return it to neutral. Many photographers use pick and reject for their first pass through a shoot because it allows them to make quick decisions without worrying about star ratings. After that first pass, they use star ratings on the images that survived. PhotoLab also supports color labels. Color labels are simply colored markers that you can assign to images for your own organization. For example, you might use one color for images to edit, another color for images already edited, another for client delivery, and another for social media. There is no right or wrong way to use color labels. They are entirely personal and depend on your workflow. For beginners, I would suggest keeping things simple and focusing mainly on pick, reject, and star ratings. A practical workflow might look like this. First, browse your folder in Photo Library. Second, reject anything that is clearly unusable. Third, pick the images that have potential. Fourth, apply star ratings to your strongest photographs. Fifth, use the ratings filter to display only your highest rated images. Finally, begin editing those selected photographs. When reviewing images, ask yourself a few simple questions. Is the image sharp? Is the composition strong? Does the photograph tell a story or create interest? Is the exposure usable? If it's a portrait, is the expression good? Try not to overthink the process. You're simply identifying which images deserve your time and attention. One final tip: be ruthless. If you have 10 nearly identical photographs, you probably don't need to edit all 10. choose the strongest one or two, and move on. Learning to select your best images is one of the most valuable photography skills you can develop. For now, open a folder of images and practice using pick, reject, and star ratings. Then, use the filter controls to display only your highest rated photographs. In the next lesson, we'll look at RAW versus JPEG files and why the type of file you edit can make a big difference to the results you can achieve inside DxO PhotoLab. Don't forget to subscribe to Simon DxO for more tutorials. And if there's something you'd like me to cover in a future lesson, leave a comment below and I'll do my best to help. I'll see you in lesson 4.